Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel, and today, as you can see, we'll be working on the vintage travel journal. It's been a while since I've worked on this, so I'm really excited to get back in and do another page. And as you can see, I've gone a little bit ahead, and I've collaged the next page already. I thought that would just save us a bit of time. With any luck, I might get this all done in one video, who knows. But I've just collaged the front because the collaging is just to cut a backing really, and you've seen me do it a couple of times. I didn't think you needed to see me do it again. I'm just using the same papers as before from the Yarners Crafting Medieval Travel World kit, with a few little extra bits thrown in. So I've got this side has been done like that, and this side looks a little bit different. So I've thrown in a few bits from the they call it Lady Vagabond 8x8 pad here as well, and some from the Tim Holtz tissue paper. So you can see they're going to look different again. I mean, each page is different. You know, even back to front, they're going to look different. So I thought I'd start with this one and see how we go. And if it was really time, I was really keen to use the lady herself on a page. I've waited long enough. Here she is. I've already cut her out, ready to go. But I thought she really needed to get onto a page now. So my idea, and you can see I've also sewn around 3 sides, but I haven't sewn this side, and there's a good reason for that. And my idea is, and I hope it's going to work, is that what I want to do with this this page is I'm going to score it down here so that she actually lifts up. So I thought, well, I can't sew it after I've stuck her down because I need this bit to lift up, but I do want this bit to be sewn. So I'm going to stick it, score it, stick it, and then sew just down this one side, and then I'll redo the holes as well. So that's the plan. And I wonder if I can just, actually she just fits within the sewing, which is quite, I hadn't even thought about that. So that might work quite well. But the other thing I wanted to do as well, even before I stick her down, which is another reason I should have waited to do the sewing, to be honest, but I couldn't. I couldn't sew all of it afterwards because of this, so I may have to sew that top bit again, and I'll show you why. Or I might just not bother sewing it twice, because I've got a bit of fabric that I wanted to put along the back there. Because originally I thought I was going to have a gap, because I thought I'd have her right down at the bottom and there'd be a gap, and I don't like, you know, weird gaps. But actually, if I lift it and just position it between the sewing, that actually doesn't look too bad. But I'd still like to put a little something across the top here. So I've got this bit of fabric. We went to visit my sister this week. My husband has a week off, and one of the things on one day we did was to go over and sit in my sister's garden, which was lovely. And we had lunch and we had a lovely chat, and it was really nice. I hadn't seen her since August last year. And she's got a little bit into sewing. She's been making masks and things, and she had some scraps, and this was one of her scraps. And actually I think that looks quite, just looks like a little bit of a banner there, which I quite like. And if I put that on, stick that on first, and then I pop that over the top, I thought I just like that. I thought that looked quite fun. No real reason, I just liked it. So I think I might just glue that on first. A bit of Fabri-Tac. And I had thought I would then sew over the top of that. I'm not sure if I really need to. Especially if I position it just under the sewing, it might look okay. Right, so, you know, it's crafting on the go. Things change as we go along, don't they? As you see things differently as you work. So I think I'm just going to go for it and glue that piece on. I think it just goes, doesn't go quite to the end, does it? No, it goes to about there. So I'm going to pop that on there. So yeah, we had a really nice week actually last week. So we saw my sister and we went for a lovely walk in the forest. I may have already told you about this if you've seen my Roxy's weekly challenge. It's the only video I made last week was Roxy's challenge. Otherwise I haven't actually been in my craft room or done any crafting since, well, for over a week. And that is partly because we were doing other things last week, but also partly because I was having some problems with my shoulders and my elbow, and I just needed to give my joints a bit of a break and a bit of a rest. So it all kind of happened at the right time, I think, because I had done a lot of videoing ahead, so you haven't actually had any kind of gaps in transmission or anything like that, because I had done so many videos ahead. I was able to give myself that break, and that's part of the reason why I do video ahead. Well, the main reason I video ahead, in case anything like that happens. Either I need to take a break for health reasons, or, you know, if we have things that come up that just prevent me from coming in here. And it was a bit of a combination of both last week, so that worked out quite well. And I felt there, you know, there were still videos scheduled to come up, so there was no gaps. Right, that's that little piece there. Oop, hang on, getting some just coming out a little bit. Just going to wipe that before it gets a bit carried away and goes all horrible. I'll put my lid on. So yeah, I wasn't sure how that would go. I'm hoping that you know, things are back to normal now, but there is a chance that I'm still not quite right, and if necessary I may have to take some more time, some more recovery time. So if there's a bit of a gap and I suddenly don't appear, I'm just taking a rest, and I will be back. But if I need to, I will have to take a few more days off, or another week off, just to give my joints time to get back to normal, and then I'll be back to full strength. Right, now, so what I'm going to do, I think, get my little scoreboard. So I don't need a lot. I need it for maybe about there. Let's see. Yes, I don't want too much of her folding up, but I think I just want a bit so that she pops up, and then I can I can have something behind, like a little hidden journaling or hidden pocket or something hidden behind. Where shall I do it? About there. I think about there. That should do it, I hope. Just go down there like that. One more time, just gently. Don't want to go through. A number of times I've done that. And then I'm hoping it will just bend up nicely. There we go. Right, so that's the idea. Let's see how that's going to look. So then I'll put that there. And then that just comes up like that, and I'm just going to do something behind it. So I hope that's going to work, and then I'm going to fix it down here. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Right, let's just glue that bit down. I might just have to mark where the holes are, so I don't glue the holes. Just going to mark them, then I'll re-punch them after I've stuck it down. So I don't want. There's a hole there. There's a hole there. I'll just try and avoid those when I'm putting my glue on. I was tempted to try and tear her out, but I didn't trust myself to do that. So I ummed and ahed, and I looked and I thought, no, knowing me, I'll tear a great gouge out of her pretty dress or something. So safest option was to just cut round it. Haven't used this in a while. And of course it's not cooperating, it's sulking. Let's try again. Come on, glue. Just want to get it started. Give it a good squeeze. There we are. Now, where have I marked my holes? There we are. And then what I'll do quite a light bit of glue on the edge, because I am going to sew the edge. So, where have I marked the hole? There it is. So yeah. Okay. Let's line him up. Line her up, should I say. I'll go right up to the edge. And glue her down. Okay. I think that's that looks all right. I hope she'll lie reasonably flat, but I think once I hold it down there, or I might be hold it there. I've got this little thing. Oh, I've tipped them all out of my pot now. I've got this little thing here, which will swivel. You put a brad through it. I've had these for years. I've got quite a few of them, and I have never used them. Maybe I'll put it there, and then it just swivels. I was thinking I'd put it here. And so I put one in both. No, I don't think I need one in both places. But I could maybe put it there, and that will perhaps hold it more firmly. Because it's going to pull a bit there. Maybe if I put it there. Didn't really want to cover up the boat, really. Maybe there. No. Maybe there. Okay, I'll think about that. I think what I need to do next is to, before I forget, is to re-punch my holes. So I'll just do it from the back. And then I'll sew down that edge. Right. Hole punch. There. That's it. Comes up like that. Okay, and I'm just going to sew down here. Maybe I should leave it a little bit longer to make sure it's dry before I start trying to sew. Okay. So I could think about what's going to go underneath first. So let's see what sort of space I've got. It's going to have to be a small pocket, I think. So I've got some little pockets that came with the kit. These little tiddly ones. But they're all quite small. There's even smaller ones here somewhere. There's even a very tiny one, which is quite handy for this particular project, to have really small pockets. No, that's too wide. Anyway, let's see which one we like for this one. So I've got that one. Let's just see, make sure it fits. So if I put it there, close it. Oh, it's a bit visible. I'm going to have to go right in like that. It's not going to be too tight. Oh, well, that's just about hidden, and it will just about close. I might have to put another little closure up here. Now you may remember I made that traveller's notebook, this one here, and the plan was I was going to put this behind her, but as you can see, it's just too big. It's too big, it's too fat. I really overestimated or underestimated, I don't know what size was going to fit here, and it's just way too big, and I couldn't find any way of actually getting this onto one of these pages. None of the pieces from the paper pad were going to go round it. I've made it too big. That's the bottom line. I may have to use it in some other journal, So I am considering, I'm probably going to try and make it something smaller that I will use on another page probably, and try, because I still like the idea of the faux leather look, but I think I'm going to have to make something much smaller, half this height, and possibly probably narrow as well, just a little thing, make like a little passport or something. I think that was my idea. So that might be for another, I might finish that off or make it off camera and show you that in another video. So I haven't got that done yet. I wanted to get this page done, so I'm having to think about what else I might use in here. So I think if I get that, maybe if I go quite near the bottom, it's going to, yes, it's covered up. Okay, just decide which one. So like that one, that goes quite well with the background. Quite like this adventure is out there. That's quite good. Although I think I've got that, and I might put that somewhere else up here. So I think I might use that another time. There's this one. I think this is the one I like. I like the colour of this one. I think this one stands out a bit. I quite like that there. So that's the one I'm going to use, I think. Now is that going to hold like that? Yeah, I think I'm going to put my little thingy. Oh, where's it gone? Here's the brads. Okay, Teresa, where is it? Yeah, I'm sure you've seen it. See what I did with it. There it is. There it is. So I'm going to put that there, and I think I'm going to put it right through the page, because I should be able to cover it up with something here. I've got an idea what I'm going to do with this page, and I think there's going to be, shouldn't have a problem because it's near the edge of the page. If all else fails, I'll put a ruffle or something there to cover up the back of it. And that's the simplest thing, is just to punch a hole right through. Because the alternative is to put it on a piece of card and stick that on, but there's not a lot of space to do that. So I'm just going to put it there. There's my little foam pad. Let's take this out for the moment. And pokey tool. Oh, the other thing that's a bit exciting, what's exciting for me, is that I've got a new camera set up. So I haven't got the tripod right in front of me, which took up a lot of my desk. So I always had a tripod arm right at the other side of the mat. So I could never really do anything, have anything in front of me, because it was like I had 3 legs on the desk and they just took up so much space. So I've got myself this new arm that's clamped to the back of the desk and just comes up and over, which gives me so much more space. I feel like I've got all the desk to use now. So of course I filled it with stuff, naturally, but I feel like I just feel less confined than I used to, and it's just better. Feels a much better setup. Don't know why I didn't do it before, because it was far less expensive than the original thing that I bought. But you get kind of don't necessarily think you can change it. Once you've chosen one way of doing things, you just stick with it sometimes, don't you? So I'm quite pleased that I bought this new thing, and it actually works. At least I hope it does. I hope you can see what's going on. I'll have to check in a moment, make sure that everything's on screen. Right, I'm going to put my hole there. Wiggle it around a bit. That should be big enough. Now the next decision is which colour brad to use. I have a selection. Because I've got different colour brads, and she's got the tealy colour and she's got the purple, and I really was thinking, so I've got a teal one here. I just thought, see how they look in position, and I've also got I've got a brad that will actually blend in, but I quite like the idea of a coloured brad. If I can get it through. Got that one. No, I'm not going to even try and put it through until I've decided, I don't think. So I've got that one, which looks quite nice, I think. But I've also got a purple one, and I'm really got quite a yen for a purple one, I think. Just because I quite like the fact that she's wearing some purple in her robe. Let's just try and see if that looks ridiculous. There's the hole, there it is. Okay. So, I don't know how well it comes out that it's purple on screen, or I'll hold it up to the camera when I've fixed it. I like that. I do like that. It's just a bit of fun to have that. Ah, it's gone. It's fallen out. Come on. Get back in there. Right, this. Brad has tried to escape, but I've caught it. Okay, put it through the hole. And through this one. That's it. Oh, now I had a tip from my subby who sent me this, and so I'm going to use it. Oh no, I've changed the end. That's why I changed it. Sorry, Rhonda. I've put the embossing end on instead, so I haven't got that one that you mentioned that I could use. So I'm going to have to try and use my fingernail again on this occasion, but I have to remember to change it back again, won't I, for doing Brad's. Now I've got it. All is well. I might just turn it so it's a long ways, and I will make sure I cover that up then when I do this side. Right, so then we just turn that and it holds it down. Oh yeah, that works quite well. Okay, now I'll open it up. And I could put one up here, but I don't think that's necessarily going to help. So I think I'll stick with that. And then I've just got to fix on my little pocket under here. Let's just check again. I want to try and leave a little bit of gap if I can to allow room for it to go over. Yes, that will work. That will work. Okay. Good, good, good. Right. Put the glue all over the pocket. That should do it. I'm going to try and remember to put my pin back in each time, because it does seem to work better when it's kept covered. Now, just in a little bit from the fold, but not. Let's just check. Yep, that's covered. Right. Okay, and then we need to put something in there. I have a little selection of tags that come with the kit. I've got different size tags. So that one, quite like that one. Let's just see. Ooh, pokes out a little bit. No, it doesn't. What about a little one? Journal of Ship. Pop that one in there. And it can poke out a little bit. You can always sort of wiggle it so that it doesn't show. And then, how about that? Is that going to work? I think it might do. Anyway, I don't need to decide how many I want at the moment. I'm just going to put my hole in. I don't know why there's such a big space for the hole, because even with the biggest hole punch on here, it still doesn't anywhere near cut it out. I'm going to have to put an eyelet on there as well, I think. So well, that one might work because of the colour of the steering wheel. It's not a steering wheel, is it? It's the ship's wheel. Well, that just about covers all the white. That's good. Okay, that works quite well. Yep, the ship's wheel. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Anyway, let's just set that. Actually, what I might do before in case there's any showing, I might just put a little bit of ink. Whoops. Bit of ink on that. Just to tone it down a bit. Okay, just taking out the glaring white. There we are. Ooh. Okay, I think I've got it. Yep, it's in. And now I just need a little bit of something to go through the top. Maybe a little bit of this. It's a sort of dyed, a little bit of dyed sari silk. Yep, that looks all right. Now I'll just tie a little knot in that, I think. Ooh. Okay. Probably do a better job of it later on, try and make it look a little bit tidier, but there it is for now. And I think I need to just ink around this. I could have sewn, I guess, around all of these little tags. I just haven't done that. Don't know if it's that kind of journal where you do too much sewing around. It could do. Definitely could. This has been backed, I think, with some parchment paper I think I used on this. Right, let's just pop that in there for now. See if I can do it without it poking out. Okay. Well, it's poking out a bit, but I don't think it matters. And just close it up. And then just wanted a little, it's a bit bulky, I might have to change that. Now I did have, let's just put these back in the little box. I'm going to use those for the moment. Okay. Now when I was doing my collaging, one of the things, there was a piece that I tore off that I thought I might cut out and use. Of course, probably won't be able to find it now. Let's just have a look. Right. All my little scraps, but there was a little phrase of adventure is out there. I thought it would be quite nice to use that if I can find it. Don't think I need that. There it is. So I thought I might just cut that out and put it on. you need a sort of bit of a statement on this page, really. And this may well be the first page of the book. As it looks like it's, you know, she's just setting out on her adventure. I'm just going to check. A bit of paranoia setting in. Check it's all filming and in frame. Yeah, I think we're okay. Right. Let's just cut this out. Make sure, just ink the edges, make sure I haven't got any white bits showing. I think we're okay. Now let's see, I'm going to take this out for a minute. Just making things a bit bulky. Lay that as flat as I can. And then I think it needs to go sort of there. Adventurers out there. Yep, like that. Okay, let's pop that there. There we are. Right, and the last thing I need to do on here is just to sew down this side, don't I? So I'll do that now. I have got my sewing machine on the desk with me, so I can hopefully quickly just do that. I'll just put all these scraps back in the little folder and out of my way. And then we'll make a start on the second page. Or the other side of this page, should I say. Just try and clear a little bit as I go. I'll get into such a pickle otherwise. Alright. Here's the sewing machine. So it shouldn't take a moment to just sew down the back, down this edge. I don't know whether you can see. I'll try and bring it in a little bit more. Seems to be pulling a bit somewhere. Okay, I think that's released it. Right. This off now, don't need that anymore. Give yourself a bit more room. So it just lives on the floor by my desk. Seems to be alright down there. And now I can, no, I've probably moved out of shot now. Hang on, let's move this. Just make sure I'm Make sure I'm right, and yep, I think we're okay. Right, so there we are. There's the bit of stitching up the side. It's almost straight, not entirely, but never expect it to be too straight. Perfection's just not, it's just not what we're about, is it? It's good enough. Just cut off these strings. And I was just going to show you the little, Brad, can you see that? Little purple thing there. I think that looks quite nice with her. So that's that page. I may come back and do some, I think I'm feeling some lace needed. I think I might need some lace, so maybe I'll do that. It does mean I may not get the second page completely finished, but I'll get it on its way. You'll be able to see where it's going. And we'll just, okay, so what I was thinking, ooh, I've got this lace, I love this lace, and actually the colour's really good on this with her coat. Now I got this lace from Hobbycraft, which is the I suppose our equivalent to your Michael's, I don't know. It does all the I get lace, and it does all the different paper crafts and all that kind of stuff there. It's our only main craft shop really. And I haven't got a lot left, but I'm hoping to go there this afternoon and have a little shop, and I really hope they've got some more of this. So I don't know whether to just put a little bit, it's a bit wide possibly for putting it there. Might have to cut it down a little bit, but I just love the colour. I could put it all the way down and repunch the holes. Put the holes in, I suppose, again. Put that. It's too much, isn't it? Covers up too much. What about? There are options. Put a little bit. Could put it along the bottom here. That might work. Don't matter if it pokes below the page. That's an option. I don't think it's going to quite work so well on this side. I think maybe I'll put a little bit here. On the bottom here. Have to be just on the bit that flips up, otherwise it's going to hold it. I can't stick it to the other all the way across, can I? Because that won't work. So I'm just going to trim it down a little bit more. I'm going to put some on there. Yes, I really wanted to use this lace because the colour works so beautifully. Just have a little lace at her feet. Why not? She deserves it. She's the reason I'm doing the whole journal. Okay, that's there. I'm just wondering whether to put another little bit at the top. I like the word travel here, but maybe I'll cut a little piece, cut it down a little bit. I'll see, just do a little bit, just to pull that colour up to the top. Yeah, like that. I think I'll just do that. And you can still see the word travel poking through underneath. I haven't quite made that long enough, have I? I'll stretch it a bit. That'll be fine. Just see it under there. There we are. think that just finishes it off. I'm still wondering about something along here. Where's the other bit? Not that I'm proposing to use this tiny piece, but I just thought, would a narrower piece work? Or is that going to be too much? I'll have to think on that, but at least I think that's not... I'm happy with that at the moment, and I'll decide whether she needs any more embellishment along this side. But in the meantime, I think we'll turn over and work on the other side. So I've got a big... I think that's going to be a big journal card, I think. So on this side, I thought I'd work with this suitcase. So I backed it because the paper, I'd cut it out and I've just an ordinary piece of card. So I have put another piece on the back to make it stronger, because you're not going to see that. So there's one of the cut-offs from when I was making the pages. So there's that. So that could go sort of there, because it's going to be a pocket. And I think, did I cut this to size? I think I was going to... This might be a bit big still. I think the idea was it might be a journaling card. I'm not sure yet. It might be a bit big yet. But then I thought I might use some Tim Holtz people again. So I've got these two guys. They look like they're in the same style of outfit. And I think they could be dressed to travel in my fanciful brain. So I was wondering whether to put one of them stood here. I know it's a giant suitcase. It's far big. It's all a bit out of proportion, but work with me here. I'm being a bit fanciful. And then I could put this little fella just here. And he'll cover up the bread as well. So that's what I'm thinking. And then put a pocket or some sort of journaling card behind here. So that's where I'm going with this. I don't know how well it's going to work. But I do like these Tim Holtz people. I have to be careful to make sure I miss that hole, won't I? When I put him on. And I don't want him to hold, to cover the too much of the suitcase, because he'll block the card going in and out. If I put him there, don't know. Anyway, what I thought I'd do, still not sure. I'd quite like the idea of a taller person, really, but I couldn't find anybody suitable. Really need somebody more, that comes up here a bit more. So, yeah, this may not be finished today because I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with it. I'm just playing a bit at the moment. But what I wanted to do first was to decorate up the suitcase. So there were lots of cutouts at the back of the paper pad. I think you saw the back sheet was all these sort of hinges and all sorts of things that you can use to decorate a suitcase, I'm assuming. So I picked out these two hinges that match, and there's a padlock. And I think the padlock should probably go here. Try and decide where the hinges go. I think the hinges might need to go at the bottom, like that. And already I think it makes it look a bit more suitcasey and a bit more vintagey. So I think that's what I'm going to do first of all. I'm going to stick those on, and then I'm going to sort of put some random tickets on, I think, as well. Now, did that go there or did they go there? I think they need to go at the bottom. I think that's better. And I don't know whether to put that right there. But then it looks a bit odd with the... Unless I cut this one off. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll cut this off because it's a bit flimsy and it's going to make it difficult to get things in and out. I think that's what I'll do. Right. Cut that off. That's what I'm going to do. And I think that would... I don't think that will unduly harm the look of it. Right, let's put these hinges on. were some other things like buckles and straps and things, but I have some more pockets to use, so some more of these suitcases, should I say, cut out, so I may use another one on another page. Put that about there. And put that. That's it. Same way round. Be good. Whoop! Stuck to my finger. Right. Make sure that lines up. Okay. So if you didn't see, this is cut out from. This is I think it's a Spellbinder's die, and so that's the die that I cut these out with. Right, and then I've got my little padlock, which is the same colour. So it's a case of whether I stick it there or put it there. It might be safer to put it like that because it's less likely to get damaged as things go in and out the pocket. So I'll put it there, I think. This is quite shiny, this paper, this cardstock, so it's quite easy to slide things around to get them into the place that you want. This has got a slightly embossed surface. I don't know how easy it is for you to see that. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of embossed and a bit shiny. So it makes quite a nice suitcase, I thought. Right. Okay, so then I've got some tickets. These may be... This was cut out from a... that's too big really, isn't it? Might just tear it down. They're like used tickets. And let's see if I've got some... I get maybe the only ones I've got out, so let's see if I've got a few more. I can just pop on there just to make it look. Got some quite small ones here at the top. Because you always have things, stickers and things stuck on your suitcase, don't you? Talking of stickers, I've got some stickers somewhere that might be able to be used. I don't know. Nope, not that one. There's one here that says travel. Oh, sorry. Put that there, I think. No, I'll have to add some extra glue to that. Got any other? I've got a few other random stickers. I don't know if these are going to work. The other thing is to stamp some stamps. Oh, maybe some stamps. Just a second, I'll get the stamps. I never think to get my stamps out, so... And I made this little stamp folio especially to put them in, and then I've hardly ever remembered to get it out. I think I am going to do a video soon showing you how to make this, if you're interested. Because I think it's quite a simple thing to make and it's really handy, because I really want one for my labels. I need something for labels. I've got them in all sorts of different places and I really need somewhere to keep them all together, so I'm going to make another one of these. So I'll probably do that on camera one of these days, fairly soon, I think. But in the meantime, let's see if we can find a nice little stamp to go on there. See if I've got something from different parts, different countries. I want something a bit travel related, really. So I haven't even got all my stamps in here because I couldn't get them all in. Something with a bit of colour, don't we? Is that a bit too big? Might be a bit big. I quite like that. I spent ages colour coding them and putting them all in, and then I'd forget all about them. So, don't know about the travel sticker now. A couple of tickets, stamp. I might even put a bit of lace on there, just because it's sitting on my desk. Not that bit, there's another bit. I'll put a bit of lace down the side. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to stick these on because they just, you know, get stuck on randomly onto the suitcase, so they don't have to look particularly. Although I'm going to have to ink the ones that have been torn because they've got white edge. We don't want any of that nonsense, do we? Don't want any of those white edges. I want it to look all aged and scruffy. Because this suitcase has been around the world. It's been travelling around and getting things stuck to it on its travels. Okay, I haven't got a lot of time left on this video, unfortunately. It's amazing how the time flies when you're having fun. I am really having fun with this. I'm really enjoying doing this. It's so different to any other journals I've made. But I think I'm going to have to pull back on doing these 2- and 3-parter videos because I think it might have been one of the reasons I was having so many problems. Just did too many videos back to back. That's why I don't do them like a lot of people do every day. I only really trying to do 2 videos a week, but when I was doing this, I ended up making 2 or 3 back to back just to get it done. I was going to stick that there. Okay, it's not quite stuck down there. This is, you know, it's just so much fun. I just want to keep going, but I'm going to have to rein myself in a bit and possibly even just finish this at the beginning of the next video and just do it that way, because then I'll have had time to think about my people. I did go through them again and see if I could find somebody more suitable, but I'm just not sure about him. Don't think he's really... something needs to be taller here. Maybe won't be a person, but I do quite like him. I think he will look quite nice there. And put a little bit of lace somewhere. Maybe. Is that too fanciful? Or is there such a thing? Don't know. Maybe that's the wrong colour. That could be it. So I'm inclined to actually stick that down about there because I know that's where I want it to be. And yep, I'm just going to stick that. Hopefully it'll hold. I'm filming. I won't be long. Sorry. My brother-in-law's just turned up, so it's probably a good time for me to be finishing anyway now. Okay, so I'll just get this stuck down. Right. Okay. And I won't put him there yet. You know, I think that's... I do quite like him there. But I might have to put something behind him to cover up the brad, because otherwise he's going to fall off the side. So I think I'll just pause and leave it there for now. Don't think he quite works there now that I've got this on. So I'll have to think about that, what I'm going to put along here, if anything. And I hope I've put that in the right place. Yeah, so I need to think about how this is going to finish, and then I'm going to make a journal card to go in, and then we'll see. And I'll probably put something across the top. Maybe even a bit more of this fabric. I've got this piece here, which might be quite fun across the top. Don't know, but it may well go there, just because I like it. Okay, that's as far as I'm going to take it today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will be back hopefully very soon with my next video. Bye for now.